Ancestors protect me. May they protect you.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
I'm a ready teddy.
Well, get bent, turkey.
Hey, I'm a child of divorce. Give me a break.
Potatoes.
Hey, you know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen.
Forget about it.
They're called harpulary batteries.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
Hey, I'm a nice guy.
That is a very deep cut.
Good evening, good morning, good night to everybody listening in. Welcome back to another episode of Deep Cut Movie Review. I'm Armand, and I'm joined today with my esteemed host.
That's right. You got Dylan here, and today we will be discussing Supergirl, the second film released by DC Studios. But before we get into the film, Armand, what are your thoughts on the 2025 Superman?
I thought it was good. I didn't love it. I did love Man of Steel. Fucking sue me. But
Same. I love Man of Steel.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and sir, I get people not liking because it's not really representing Superman as we know him from the comics. But I love the darker tone of it.
Yeah.
But the new one, I thought the new one was great, and the brightness of it and just the uplifting and positivity of it, especially like when we're coming to the close and everything. I thought it was really good. So
yeah, same. I think it was the writer for Man of Steel, David S. Goyer. He said in an interview thing that he approached the Man of Steel story as like an Alien First Contact type movie. And if you watch Man of Steel through that lens, I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
I understand the criticism that movie gets, especially with the Superman killing Zod whole thing. I understand both sides of the argument on that, but the one thing I will say is that the 2025 Superman movie definitely objectively feels more like a Superman comic book come to life.
Yeah.
Whereas Man of Steel is definitely an interpretation of a famous character, a character that we all know.
Yeah, very well put. I've noticed that the people who don't really fuck with comic books too much, love Man of Steel, don't really care for Superman 2025.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. The comic book lovers love Superman 2025 and they don't like Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So,
which I think it's fair, and I think both films are two very different films.
Yeah.
But with Superman 2025, I really liked it. Personally, I think out of all the live action Superman movies that exist, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that it could potentially be the best live action Superman movie that we have to date. Just everything between the bringing the vibrance of that comic book world, and also bringing such a traditional Boy Scout type character, not compromising the ideology of the character or the morality or anything, and still being able to modernize the character to fit what would be close to a present day metropolis kind of thing. So I thought James Gunn handled that really well. From a writing standpoint, and then the film's cinematography, the score, I thought all the casting choices were great. The only thing that I really don't like about Superman 2025 is the Superman clone aspect. I just wish that they went with something different. But if that means that they're somehow setting up Bizarro, to be a byproduct of
that's what I would expect, and
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, then I'd be willing, in hindsight, to move past that whole thing. But for sure, also the cosmic lava river sequence with baby Joey, it's just a bit silly for me, and Some shots, the CGI looks a little goofy. But overall, like, I really, really enjoyed Superman. And it made me, emotional watching it. It made me emotional watching just the trailer before the movie came out. So I really liked that one, and I was very excited when they had first announced that they were doing Supergirl. And then when I started seeing like the marketing for it, of like, basically we get like 2 summers in a row of like a Superman franchise movie coming out.
Yeah, the marketing for Supergirl, kind of like it being kind of like a polar opposite to the Superman 2025.
Because the slogan for Superman was "Look Up," and then they like changed this to "Look Out." Yeah, I thought was fun.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool, and the way like James Gunn like described it, but like again, kind of like it being kind of an opposite to Superman, where Kara is kind of grew up with all this death and destruction around her, opposed to Kal-El.
Yeah, and I guess one last thing before we really dive into this movie. Out of all the DC Comics characters, properties that have been turned into a movie, what are your top 5?
Oh, so like my top 5 movies?
Yeah, like all time.
So
DC movies.
Number 1 has to go to Dark Knight. That's for sure for me. Number 1 is Dark Knight.
Fair.
Number 2, I'm gonna put Watchmen. Watchmen is fucking incredible movie.
Theatrical cut or directors?
Directors,
of course.
Yeah, that's where the yummy juicy stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, number 3, I'm going with Man of Steel.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie so much. I remember watching it for the first time, being completely blown away, and then watching it years later as an adult, and still just that same feeling, just completely blown away. So love that.
Yeah.
And then 4, which does not get enough love, The Flash.
Interesting.
The Flash it was awesome, and I hate that I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it after the fact, and I was like, yeah, this was fucking awesome. CGI is a little funny. Ezra Miller, piece of shit.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
As a person, yeah.
Yeah. But the movie was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of cool aspects about that movie. Yeah.
And then number 5, I'd have to go Joker.
Oh, okay.
With Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. And just want to put out some honorable mentions. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Love it. One of my childhood movies. I know it's nothing like the comics, but I plan to read those very soon. And Aquaman, which is funny.
The first one.
I loved that one for some reason. I thought it was actually really good. I got a lot of hate, but
I thought that one was really fun.
Yeah. How about you, bud?
Mine. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start.
I should have done that.
I'm gonna start at number 5. Number 5, I'm gonna go Superman 2025. Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Wow. You set that up? The fuck?
Number 4, I'm gonna go Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Nice.
All 4.5, 6 hours, however long it is.
I'm glad you put that in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna put that in there, but then I opted for Man of Steel.
The fact that exists is insane. Like,
True.
And it exists as like the version that it is, you know, like, because I remember when the whole hashtag release the Snyder Cut was a thing, thinking like, all right, this is gonna come out and we're gonna get like some additional scenes thrown in, but it's like CGI is not gonna be finished, and it's just gonna feel like stuff that like wasn't finished or like tacked onto the movie. But I was not expecting that to like feel like an entirely different movie.
Oh yeah, it's an epic. Like it's masterful.
And even the stuff that like people shit on, like the
epilogue,
that, or also the when the girl's singing after like Aquaman dips out, Like people talk shit on that.
I thought it was cool. It's a
Yeah, I
nice
thought it was
touch.
cool. Like you got a 4-hour runtime. You can have some chicks singing to the ocean.
And they're like they see Aquaman as like this higher entity. You know? It's like he's
like a god to them. And then number 3 would be James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one for sure.
That one, again, it's kind of like the story behind it, because that's when he got fired from Disney, all that stuff. And I just thought that he did an amazing job taking what's one of like DC's worst movies, Suicide Squad, and taking some of the characters from that and turning it into something awesome.
Yeah.
The humor in that movie, I think, is like better than the humor in the Guardians movies, because it's not restricted with a PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
The like storytelling structure in that is really unique. And obviously like Starro is sick as like a main, like the main big bad villain to defeat at the end.
It really throws you for some loops.
And then my number two, I knew I had to give it to a Batman movie. And there's a lot of Batman movies. I even considered The Dark Knight, because that is like, of the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batman movies, that's probably the best one. But the Robert Pattinson, the Batman, I know that there's a lot of stuff throughout that movie that we've seen in other Batman movies be done to a certain degree, but I feel like the Batman does it the best way. So I think objectively, like, the Batman is the best live action Batman movie that we've gotten. But for me personally, I really, really love Batman Returns, the second Tim Burton one with Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken is in it. It takes place during Christmas time, so I love me a snowy Gotham.
That's Joey's favorite too.
Yeah, I just think it's a sick movie, and also like another little fun tidbit, coming off the success of Batman 1989, McDonald's wanted to do like a toy collab for the next movie, not knowing at all what the next movie is going to be like. So McDonald's was like furious when the movie came out, because the movie's kind of disturbing and scary at times, with like Danny DeVito's penguin like bleeding out of his mouth all the time and biting that guy's nose, and then even like Catwoman is also like pretty extreme.
She's nasty.
Yeah, she's pretty nasty in that movie. So yeah, that's my number 2 for sure. And then my number 1 is Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Nice.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite, I think, just like comic book movies in general, because it doesn't feel like a comic book movie. And I feel like that was sort of the whole point with that movie. But yeah, I just that's like a great comfort movie for me, for some weird reason. And
makes you feel good.
Not necessarily makes me feel good, but just like, if like I'm having a rough day and I'll put that on at the end of the night or whatever, I'll be like, no, my life's not that bad.
At least I'm not this guy.
Yeah. Could be worse. But yeah, so that's my top 5.
Nice.
All right, so let's get into this movie.
Yep.
Do you want to share your initial thoughts first, or do you want me to share?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Right off the bat, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, it had some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'll start with like the things that I liked.
Okay.
And if you guys should know by now, this is all spoiler stuff. So I feel like once we got like after the bus scene, it ramped up like a
Mhm.
bit. It was okay. We know where it's kind of going now,
Mhm.
because like up until that point, I thought it was kind of slow.
Yes,
And
I agree.
Lobo was awesome. I mean, he wasn't even Lobo wasn't like perfect, but
Mhm.
like in as far as like uh, his characterization, I thought he was great.
Mhm.
And there's the scene where this animal is like pooping something,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and then they like take it to eat it, and like Supergirl says, "Oh, it tastes like shit." Like
yeah, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
Love that. It was the best joke of the whole movie.
For me, it was like how they like did the puppet.
Yeah.
Like you can see it's like really struggling to like get all of the like little turds out.
And
Yeah,
it just kept going too.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was like a little at first, and then it was like a lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
thought that was funny.
yeah, but best joke of the whole movie. The bad guy, which I don't even know his
I
name.
don't even fucking know
I
his
don't-
name.
yeah.
I don't remember either.
But the fact that he killed the whole family,
Hmm.
that took me by surprise. I was like, oh shit! I literally said, oh shit. When-
Yeah,
So
it didn't necessarily surprise me. Like, oh, he killed everyone. It was how they went about it. Like,
yeah, it was kind
the
of quick. It was really quick.
it was kind of quick and like it didn't feel like some kind of like I don't know something.
Monumental kind of thing.
Yeah, it just felt like some writing thing. Like basically, whoever wrote wrote that scene was like, okay, so how can I get her whole family to die? Because the like her older brother.
Oh no, I was actually referring to that no, I completely agree with what you're saying,
Mhm.
because
Are you talking about, oh, you're talking about the girl that like almost escapes.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was like
and then he kills
the
all
two people that
yeah,
were
that
were
like betrayed
betrayed her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even though I saw that a mile away.
Same.
Like, and how does this character who's been living in space amongst all these like bad people not
Mhm.
kind of see that? You obviously saw him talking to one of the
Yeah.
bad guys. Like, how did you not see that?
Yeah.
As don't drink the tea.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I saw that a mile away too.
Same.
Like it's, but
That was another thing too, really quick, is that like I felt like this movie used a bunch of shit that we've seen in like other superhero movies, like
sure.
the tea thing, the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Mhm.
Like same kind of thing of like Mordo pours Doctor Strange some tea and then it's
Mhm.
like, oh, what'd you put in this?
Mhm.
Like even the whole plot of the movie of like something
It was-
happens to Crypto, now I got to spend the whole fucking movie without Crypto.
Guardians 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's Rocket in Guardians Volume 3. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with your thing, but it just reminded me that there's this whole movie's like laced with just like superhero movie tropes that we've seen
Yeah.
in other movies.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I agree with everything you were saying with the family in the beginning. But yeah, I did like the family that betrayed her. They ended up just getting killed, and he killed the daughter too, which I wasn't expecting. I thought that was I liked that they kind of did that, because it's like they had balls to do that, and I liked that it kind of went into the play of like her being like, because you didn't take the chance to take this guy out, and he literally just killed an entire family because of it. And also right after the fact, that's when like the little girl is pressing her,
Yeah,
which was I thought was good. And then she like goes up into space and like kind of like does like the scream, and she's crying. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I did like that. But is that the end of my good list? I think.
Can I go through my likes and
Yeah.
then together we can just dive into our dislikes?
Yeah, because that's the end of my good list.
So, Jason Momoa as Lobo, fantastic. It was awesome, and that's Mostly just because like when he first met with Zack Snyder, he thought he was going to be doing like Man of Steel 2 as Lobo. So for him to like kind of come full circle and see that, I think is really cool. I think he's way underutilized in the story. And honestly, I feel like they could have just not done what's his nuts as the villain and just made the movie like not necessarily make Lobo the villain of the movie, but make him the main antagonistic force.
That's what I
for
thought
Kara.
was gonna kind of happen. But,
Yeah,
but I get it though. He's not aligned with any particular thing
Yeah.
besides money.
but that's another thing too, is like how Lobo is as a character and where Kara is at the beginning of this movie, where she also doesn't really have like a home or like allegiance to something. Like those two could have like paralleled and mirrored each other, and I feel like she could have learned something from Lobo and about herself and stuff like that. But another part I liked is Supergirl's suit. I just think it's a solid looking Supergirl suit.
It's great.
Especially compared to like the CW show bullshit. A lot of the alien designs I thought were pretty sick. I like that they used a lot of like practical creatures and like makeup, and they didn't super heavily rely on like CGI aliens and stuff.
Yeah, except for that one guy, that one weirdo.
The one that sounds like it's voiced by Seth Rogen.
No,
The
one that wanted to have his way with that kid with the handshake.
Oh yeah.
That one, he was a little funny. Looked a little funny.
Yeah.
The Seth Rogen one, I thought he was fine. I kind of didn't like that it just sounded exactly like Seth Rogen.
Is that actually him?
I would assume. I didn't look it up, but
yeah, I didn't look it up either.
That has to be him. That's his voice for sure.
Oh, okay.
Which
I wasn't too sure.
I feel like I'm just over the whole high profile actors being in voices for stuff, but then not doing anything to their voice. Like
Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I will say Seth Rogen's character and voice in the Invincible show. I'm blanking on the name, but his character in there, I actually think that's totally fine. I think he does a great job in that. I will say that. But in this one, I don't know. It kind of took me out of it.
Yeah, same. And then one last thing I liked is that part when like the main villain is like sniffing around. I don't know why, but that was so fucking funny to me, even though like I don't know if it's that was like intended to be funny. It's just the noises he was making, I just thought was really funny.
And yeah, to be fair, I do that all the time.
Yeah,
as a joke.
So it did kind of remind me of like what you do. That's basically it. That's and then I guess there's like a handful of visuals. Like I do like the visual of like her screaming in space. I thought that was cool. I liked just like some of the design stuff, just the look and feel of certain things. I thought the tech pirates was an interesting concept. And I thought that whole fight sequence was interesting. Like that one tracking shot that they did where they're like teleporting all over the place.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. That's about it. So let's get into talking shit about this movie.
All right, guys.
Main villain, super forgettable.
Yeah.
Didn't like him, and that's not because they go out of their way to make him despicable. It's just you don't get anything to really work with other than just like
he was a throwaway character.
Yeah, he's a throwaway character. Everything you know about him is just meant to make you believe like, okay, so he's just an asshole. Like he's just part of an alien race where everyone's an asshole. Like and but they also I feel like could have gotten more extreme with that type of character to make him feel like a threatening force and stuff. Because like one of the things that I thought was like kind of I guess like a missed opportunity was towards the end of the third act, when Kara is on that planet that has the green and yellow sun, and now it's like the yellow sun is up and she's like all
Mhm.
recharged and shit. The part where she's like throwing him around and like beating the shit out of him and like dragging him all over the place, like that whole bit, he should have been like breaking limbs.
Mhm.
And just like by the time Ruth gets to him and like is about to cut his throat with the sword, he should have been like, please kill me, like, I'm in so much pain right now, like just fucking kill me.
Mhm.
And then to deny him that death, I think would have been a little bit more like impactful.
Yeah.
But I did think it was badass that like once Ruth walks away, Kara's like, all right, this is for my dog,
Mhm.
and then this is for killing her whole family.
Yeah.
But yeah, the villain, just I'll forget about him tomorrow.
Yeah.
The action editing,
It was really weird.
fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting.
It's like, yeah, like someone throws a punch, and then right as the punch is about to land, they cut to a different angle where you don't see the punch landing.
Mhm.
So it just, and there's stuff like that throughout the whole movie. Like you even said
Yeah.
something about the
Yeah.
decapitation part. Like,
Yeah, when Lobo goes to decapitate his bounty,
mhm.
like we don't. I mean, for one, I saw it coming because obviously that's the guy that he's after,
Mhm.
and like we don't see anything. We just see it. Just kind of, it's what I think is like looking at the girl character, and then it goes back to him, and we kind of see Lobo behind him,
Mhm.
and the guy is making like a dead face with his tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
Cuts to something else, cuts back to Lobo, and he's already just kind of stuffing the head in the bag.
Yeah.
Which is kind of lame. And then also like the bar fight, like she's hyping it up like, oh, all these people are pointing these guns at me. You sit down over there. Oh, you guys can get out. This is gonna be crazy right now. As soon as it starts, it just pans to the little girl.
Yeah, to Ruth.
Yeah, we don't see anything.
Yeah.
The only thing we see is some blurry stuff in the background,
Mhm.
which I'm like, I'm literally staring at the blurry part of the screen because
Yeah.
that's what I want to see, and not
Mhm.
this little girl that's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I really don't like when superhero movies go out of their way to make like a huge part of the plot, like essentially nerfing the character.
mhm.
Yeah, with this, I felt like the whole red sun, green sun bullshit, like, I don't know, it feels like it, like, I'm trying to figure out how to put this, like,
They're finding a way to make her vulnerable.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also like finding a way to like save on budget,
Yeah.
save on like
She's not-
action sequences,
Not
and
fighting some crazy powerful fool.
yeah, or just like, like her using her powers, like heat vision, flying, super strength, super speed, like all that stuff costs money to show.
Yeah.
And to show it in a you know
Yeah.
exciting, presentable way.
I will say I did kind of like them showing the red sun versus the yellow sun. I thought that was kind of cool.
Mhm.
The green sun, I don't. Is that a thing? Like
I
don't
actually don't know.
don't know.
I've never heard of that before.
So that
in,
one,
like Superman
that
lore.
one was a little weird to me. And on top of that, it's like the guy that the villain, like he knew about it. So he was telling girls like, oh yeah, dude, green sun not good for Kryptonians.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so he is, he's kind of there on purpose. I get it. And then the green sun goes away and the yellow sun is up.
Mhm.
I'm like, why are you still there?
Yeah.
If this was your plan,
Yeah.
you should know she's obviously getting healed right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I just felt like the whole green sun aspect, it felt like in Mandalorian and Grogu when they like take Din out of the story for like 15 minutes or whatever,
Mhm.
and just have him, we just return to shots of him laying down, and it's the same thing with Kara. Like at a certain point, the story gets passed off to Ruth, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just cut back to Kara just laying down, just chilling, the main character, like, and it's also like, like it's her movie. She's not gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't feel any kind of like oh, is she gonna make it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they've already established that the planet has both a green sun and a yellow sun. It's like, okay, well, she just has to make it through the night.
You have to push through a couple minutes.
Yeah. I also really did not like Kara's introduction. Like, or just her character kind of reminded me of like a blend between She-Hulk and Captain Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
where like I don't really feel like we saw anything that's like a likable quality within
Mm-hmm.
her, or like a redeeming quality. And I really, really just am not a fan of like, especially when they do this to like female characters, when it's like,
Mhm.
it's like the female superhero character that's like a mess all the time and
Mhm.
is like a drunk and like has like the attitude problem and stuff like that. I just feel like it's like so been over like played out at this
Mhm.
point that yeah, it just didn't
Yeah,
really catch my interest, and I just don't really care for the character. Like,
yeah.
um,
I mean, I will say I get it. Like, it was her, like, just not lost, and this is her whole arc of kind of coming into who she is. But yeah,
but that's the thing, is like I felt like the movie's plot didn't really give her, it didn't really sell me on her character arc.
Mhm.
Like, because it's essentially like a sobering up story of like by the
Yeah.
end of the movie, like at the beginning of the movie, she's like, you know, going to a bunch of red sun planets so she can drink and feel the effects of alien alcohol,
Mhm.
and just be wasted all the time. And then by the end of the movie, she's like, oh, my drinking days are behind me, and I have something to fight for and all that stuff. So it's essentially like a sobering up movie. Uh, but I just don't feel like there's like that heart through line in the movie to like connect all that together and like really make me feel like uh Kara's change and growth is earned and stuff.
Mhm.
Because I mean, she for the most part doesn't really like give a shit about Ruth throughout the whole movie. Her whole incentive is to just save her dog.
Mhm.
And she doesn't, I feel like she doesn't really learn anything from many of the other characters that like pushes her in the direction of like, oh, you know what, I need to clean my act up. I know there's the whole thing with like her mom, like the
Mhm.
flashbacks of her mom saying, I just want you to be good.
Yeah.
And then I think Ruth later says something about like,
That you're good.
yeah. But I feel like that's just lazy writing. That's just like, oh, if I put this line here in the flashback, then I can bring it back in the low point of the second act. And
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and it makes sense. I kind of agree. But another like thing like that kind of just ticked me off, like during the whole bus part, after she's like done fighting with them, she like takes all this time to try and put this spacesuit on, and then just gets ejected out. But like, why are you putting a spacesuit on?
Yeah, because we literally see her in the beginning of the movie playing fetch
in space
with Crypto. Yep.
And yeah, just what, you're just wasting time. I don't know.
Yeah, that confused me
What are
too.
you
I
doing?
did not understand that, and maybe it's because of like she's been away from a yellow sun for a long time. But then at the beginning of the movie, she was also
at a
Red Sun
Red
planet.
Sun,
Yeah,
right?
so it's like I feel like it.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
And I also kind of chalked it up in my head because when she got ejected, she was kind of behind the planet in the shadow, so she's freezing. I'm like, oh, okay, like I guess, but like even then, like I just
Yeah,
does she not have like
yeah, it confused me. It felt inconsistent.
yeah.
Um,
And then also the little girl's like space suit or whatever that was. I don't understand what that did.
yeah, same. I
It was,
don't know either.
she had it on and it was oh funny. She can't walk in it. Haha. She
Mhm.
fell. But then like every time like we would go to her, like she would just immediately take it off.
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay, is it for like if they're trapped in space? But like they never were trapped in
yeah,
space.
she never had to use it in space. Yeah.
So I don't know. What
Yeah,
the
that's
point with
actually a
that
really
suit
good
was
point.
either.
Yeah. Now that I'm like thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a lot of like things that just yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's like why are we spending time on this?
And
Um,
like at the end too, like when we see Lobo, we clearly see Lobo leave, right? He got his bounty, he's dipping, and then in like the whole climax part where they're like talking to the bad guy at the end, he like comes back, and he's like really far and just like watching.
oh yeah, he's like watching everything, and then after Kara stabs him, he's like nice, or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like for one, like so when I saw that, I was thinking like, oh, why did he come back? Like, why is he just? And also like questioning like, how far away is this guy to where you can you really see that close, like here and everything? And then two, I'm thinking like, there has to be a reason for this, right? And then the story continues, and
You don't see Lobo.
no,
Yeah.
you don't even see him leave after that point too.
Yeah.
So it was another thing that I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's another thing too, is like I know that like DC Studios is not trying to be like Marvel Studios, and like they want all their films to like be able to stand on their own, and they're not super hell-bent on this whole interconnective universe thing. But at the same time too, they are also trying to clearly build up a cinematic universe. And it just kind of confuses me because like they could have treated this like not necessarily like Superman 1.5, but like they could have expanded way more on like the Kryptonian side of things, the cosmic side of things, just you know, we've seen what it is like when Earth has a, you know, super powered Kryptonian. What is it? What is a super powered Kryptonian within the whole galaxy? You know, like what is that? What are the ramifications of that? And I did think it was cool in Supergirl, like the flashback stuff where you see the piece of Krypton that got like preserved.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool concept, and also like pretty kind of dark and fucked up, and also the fact that like when her mom dies, they put the coffin to like burn in the thing that's like generating the shield around their portion of Krypton.
Yeah, that's a good catch.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
That also like gave me a thought too, because I did like seeing like kind of Krypton and stuff. Like I wanted to see more of it. Why didn't she ever come back or go back if she like got her powers and stuff? I mean, I would assume it's just way too far, or like maybe she doesn't even know where it's at. But like if she's living in the universe, and obviously people know about Krypton because the girl even reacted to her saying she was from Krypton. The guy knew she was Kryptonian. Like you didn't go, because I was thinking like, oh, okay, she's gonna go back now, and it's just gonna be all decimated at this point.
Yeah.
And now it's just
she goes back and like just the shield isn't up anymore.
Yeah.
Thus implying that
something like that.
everyone's dead. Yeah.
Or even maybe it's just gone, because honestly, just the design of that instantly made me think of Brainiac.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
that's literally what he does.
what is it called? Candor.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
the miniature city thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought they were gonna lead into that somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I guess they still can,
Mm-hmm.
but like, yeah, we don't get anything
That
else.
that was another thing too. Is like the next Superman movie we get is Man of Tomorrow, and Brainiac is the villain of
Mhm.
that. Like this movie with the uh Krypton flashback stuff in like the comics, like Brainiac was like he originates from Krypton, and he was like their whole like AI operating system and stuff throughout the whole planet, and also like had something to do with the destruction of the planet.
Yeah,
So I feel like they could have
They-
just introduced.
yeah, just little tidbits.
Yeah.
And because for one, it's just cool,
Mhm.
and two, it generates excitement for what's to come,
Yeah.
what's next.
Yeah.
Which this didn't really give us any excitement for what's next.
Or just like, yeah, just expanding the lore and the, this way, like they can not have to do a bunch of like, now in Man of Tomorrow, they're gonna have to spend a portion of the runtime explaining Brainiac and where he comes from and all that stuff. And if they do go with the route of he, used to be Krypton's AI operating system, then they have to somehow like tie into like the destruction of Krypton and why like that's not part of like Supergirl and stuff. So yeah, I just thought that was like a big missed opportunity that they could have expanded way more on the Kryptonian cosmic side of things.
Yeah.
Them not doing that with like, I guess maybe the excuse of like, well, we're trying to make like a standalone film. They have David Cornsweet sprinkled throughout this whole fucking thing, like and a majority of like all the video call stuff to me feels like a Disney ride, like when like you know what I mean, like when like an actor gets brought in to like film some shit in front of a green screen pretending to be their character for it to get like played on a ride or something. Even like some of his scenes just felt like this is the only connective tissue that you guys have is literally just the main guy from the last movie showing up every now and then. I don't know. I was hoping for a lot more, especially with this being DC Studios' second film and their essentially their follow up to Superman.
Yeah, I agree. I was hoping for more. It just fell flat.
Yeah. I was telling you like when we left the theater, if Clayface sucks, I'm out. I'm out of the DCU. Maybe I'll see Man of Tomorrow, but my expectations will not be that high. I understand James Gunn didn't do Supergirl as Craig Gillespie, I think is his name, but man, oh man, is this movie trying to be a James Gunn movie? And not doing a very good job at that.
Instead of kind of just being its own.
Yeah. I would have rather them like just completely do their own thing. Don't even have David Cornsweet's Superman be a part of this story and all that stuff. Like, if they're not going to expand stuff, then yeah, I would have rather them just not even like tease us with like things being connected and existing in the same world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When it comes to the film's Backlash, I haven't looked into a lot of stuff yet because for context for the listener, Armand and I literally just watched the movie.
Yeah.
We're sitting in Armand's car right now in the movie theater parking lot because we just wanted to knock this episode out. Normally we watch a movie and then take a couple days to kind of think about it, look up some stuff. But yeah, this one, we just decided, let's just knock this out. But I'm sure a lot of the backlash that I'll see, I'm probably going to agree with for the most part. I think that the common backlash surrounding this movie of Millie Alcock's appearance, I think is a bit ridiculous. That being said, I do wish that they cast someone else.
Yeah.
I don't really think, because the little tease that you get in Superman, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, that'll be interesting to see, like, a female version of Superman who's like the total opposite of him personality wise. So going into this movie, I was interested in seeing like where they would go with that. And I don't think that they took it to anywhere that was really that interesting. And I don't think that there was really anything in her performance that was like, okay, yeah, only she could pull this off.
Yeah. Has nothing to do with like that. I mean, I guess it does have something to do with actors and just acting, but like, yeah, just didn't care for Julie. I will say that the little girl, whatever her name is,
Ruth.
Yeah,
I don't know the actress's name.
That actress, I think she did do a good job.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
So, but just as a whole, not a really fan. I'm probably not gonna ever watch this movie again. Unless like my nieces are watching it.
Yeah. I could definitely see myself putting this movie on to like fall asleep to, not as like a comfort thing, but just as a like, okay, I'm for sure not gonna watch this.
Yeah, I'd rather sleep.
yeah. I think I'd rather close my eyes. And also to be clear, Armand and I are not hating on this movie because the main character is a woman.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's another big one that people keep saying, like, oh, if you don't like it, it's because, there's two female leads. And I was like, no, just didn't like it.
Yeah, I just thought that, like, it's the same reason why I don't really like the Wolverine, because they nerf him throughout the majority of the movie. Like, I mean, I think that movie's better just because it doesn't have the insane Quantum of Solace editing style.
Mandalorian and Grogu I thought is better.
Oh yeah,
and that also wasn't that really great.
Yeah,
and there's a badass lead. Mando's badass, and yet it was alright.
And yet he naps for 15 minutes in his own movie. Y'all know what time it is. We gotta rate this film.
Yes, sir.
Armand, will you do us the honors and tell us what your score is out of 5?
Out of 5, I'm giving this a 2. And I'm easily entertained. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I give it a 2.
I gave it the exact same thing. 2 out of 5. So combined, that's a 4.
It's a 4.
4 out of 10 is the official deep cut rating for Supergirl 2026. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry to anyone that like really enjoyed this movie.
We'd love to hear what you would have to say though. Like, please tell us. Like, we're not like, we're all ears. We would love to hear other people's takes. So combat us, if you will, or just we're all respect, and we're all here to enjoy film. So please let us know what you think.
Yeah.
You got a deep cut?
Yes, I do. My deep cut fact for Supergirl is Supergirl's cape. The material that it's made from is leftover material from the original Christopher Reeve's Superman cape.
Wow. What, did just the cape? That's kind of crazy. I had no idea about that.
Maybe the skirt as well, but I just saw something about the cape. It's like the same exact material from like the batch of material that was purchased to make the original Christopher Reeves one.
Crazy. That
Yep.
was what, fucking long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
What about Corn Sweat's cape? Tim too, or just Super?
Probably David Cornsweet's as well. I feel like that would have been like a big thing for that first movie. So I guess technically speaking, Supergirl's cape is the leftovers of David Cornsweet's leftovers
of the two Supermen.
Yeah, the two Supermen. Yeah, so yeah,
Aye.
yeah. What's your deep cut?
So my deep cut, the little bus alien guy, Seth Rogen.
If you can't tell by the very recognizable voice,
he didn't do his laugh, so you can't be too sure. But yeah, that's all I got. I got nothing too crazy.
That's fine. I got lazy with last episode with Dave Filoni's cameo. So I got two questions for you actually before we wrap this up. So after watching Supergirl, of the upcoming DC Studios projects, which ones are you excited about?
Creature Commandos season 2. Probably the most excited about.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I loved the first season. I thought it was awesome. And Clayface.
Yes.
Clayface looks awesome. I really hope it's awesome. I feel like it definitely is going to be awesome. Because also, like for Supergirl, I didn't really have too much expectations in general. So, but this one I do have a lot of expectation for. So if this one sucks, I'm going to be destroyed.
Same.
But yeah, definitely Creature Commando season 2 and Clayface.
Yeah, Clayface is for sure a big one for me. The trailer looks fucking awesome. Super eerie and like
something new. You know, a different take.
Yes, exactly. Even if that movie doesn't have Batman in it, which I'm totally anticipating it to not have Batman, it to just be kind of like Joker, like where it's just its own standalone thing. But that's kind of what I want it to be. Is like, you know, Clayface is a character that people aren't as familiar with as Joker. So I feel like they have a lot of freedom with that movie. And then them like doing the whole body horror angle on it, I think could be really cool. And it's essentially like a low budget horror film is kind of what it looks like. And I think that could be really interesting because we've never seen a superhero film studio fully commit to doing like a horror thing or like fully commit to like a complete genre switch up within their filmography and stuff. So definitely Clayface. They're doing an adaptation of Tom King's Mr. Miracle as an animated show. So I think that could be really cool because my friend Brandon let me borrow the graphic novel like a long time ago, which I still have. Sorry, Brandon. But yeah, I love that book. Like it's a super solid story. A lot of dark elements, a lot of cool world building stuff with like Apocalypse and New Genesis. So I think that'll be really cool. Kind of bummed that it's an animated thing because and I'm kind of bummed that they are doing a bunch of like animated stuff instead of just going all in on live action stuff. But I also like the concept that DC Studios is trying to make every project its own unique thing. That has like some connective tissue between each project. And the last one that I'll say that I'm excited about and the most intrigued about is a Dynamic Duo. It's supposed to be I think Dick Grayson Robin and Jason Todd Robin.
I'm not too sure.
It's like
I remember seeing that, but I don't know anything about it.
It's supposed to be like a weird like puppet animation thing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'll have to show you like some test footage stuff, but it's like they're combining like CGI animation with live action puppets. It's really really weird looking.
Interesting.
It kind of gives like you know like Cubo and the Two Strings. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
Okay. Or just like any kind of like claymation type
Yeah.
movie, like it kind of gives those vibes, but the movement is like way more fluid because it's not stop motion. It's really hard to like try describing, but just the technology aspect of how they're doing that project sounds really interesting, and based on the test footage, it looks pretty intriguing. So with that, and then the added element of like, oh, this is supposed to take place, or like be part of like a I guess like Bat family anthology kind of thing. But then it's also kind of weird if we get that movie before we get our official DCU Batman introduced. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. DC Studios is kind of a mess, in my opinion.
Yeah, with a lot of the live action stuff, that they usually crush on animated things. But yeah, so see what happens.
Yeah. My last question is, if you could choose any DC Comics character for DC Studios to make a solo movie, which character would it be? Pick one solo hero movie and one solo villain movie.
All right, I have thought about this, and for a villain, I think it'd be sick to have a Scarecrow movie, because there's so much room for like crazy shit for Scarecrow. You could do like some weird like psychedelic like mystery kind of like not really know what's going on kind of shit,
like Shutter Island.
Yeah, exactly, like a Shutter Island thing, or like American Psycho. Like you don't really know what actually happened, like
what's real and what's not.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think that could be it's a really cool concept. On top of that, I do want to mention fucking Michael Shannon's General Zod. I would love to see him doing anything from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Another Man of Steel glaze.
Got to work it in.
Yeah, I always got to. And then as for like a hero, Mr. Terrific. I don't know much about, honestly, I don't know much about his character at all. I just know him from the Superman movie, 2025. He was awesome. He was a standout character in that movie, for sure.
Absolutely.
And then I know him also from he played a part in Deceased, that like zombie kind of DC comic run, which was really cool. And he was also cool in that. So I think that'd be a cool character.
Yeah.
At least someone that's not like already kind of out there. Like I was trying to think of a hero that we haven't really seen already too much of. What about you, bud?
For mine, it would be Mr. Miracle, Scott Free. Do you know much about him?
No, just a little bit. Funny enough, he's also in the DC series, prominently actually. There's a bunch of characters in it, right? It's the whole DC universe, but I know he's with like the New Gods, and he's like the son of not Darkseid, but like
so
the other guy.
Essentially like the two planets, Apocalypse and New Genesis, are like always at war with each other. So I think the backstory is like to achieve a peace treaty, both planets they traded sons. So like Darkseid gave one of his sons to the father of New Genesis, or like I can't remember what his name is, like the High Father or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the High Father gave one of his sons, which was Scott Free, Mr. Miracle, to Darkseid. So Scott was raised by Darkseid and like all of his, you know, the whole Darkseid family and stuff like that.
Cool.
So I've always thought that was like just a cool, like almost like Greek mythology kind of thing, that I think would be really cool, like to see adapted in live action, you know. And then for the villain solo movie,
Yeah.
the ventriloquist.
Not familiar, actually.
Oh, he's one of Batman's villains. He's this guy that has like a puppet
Yeah.
that's called
Mhm.
Scarface.
Can only assume he was a puppet.
Yeah. And I just think it's a more like interesting personification of like the split personality disorder, because I know like Two-Face
Yeah.
has that whole thing, but Two-Face can't take off like that half of his face or body or whatever. It's always been interesting to me that I'm blanking on his name, but like the ventriloquist guy, like it's like all like in his head, and he can just remove the puppet or like get rid of the puppet kind of thing. But he has this whole complex where like the puppet bosses him around.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah, I've always just thought that would be a really interesting, you know, character to adapt. But yeah, so that's everything we got for this episode.
Yep.
Kept this one kind of short and brief, because we just didn't really like the movie that much.
Yeah, there was that was all pretty much just saying things we didn't like, but you know, yeah, that's it, dog. If you liked it, let us know, though. You know, honestly, I would love to hear other people's takes. If you liked it, if you agree, if you disagree, maybe things we didn't notice, things we got wrong. You know, so yeah, just let us know, man. And thanks for listening as always. You know, thanks for being on this journey with us, having fun.
Yeah, if you made it this far into listening, maybe drop a comment that says sniff sniff sniff, just so we know how far people are making it into these episodes
and how nasty you are.
Yeah,
sniffing us.
Just like the main bad guy from Supergirl,
Mr. Sniffy.
whatever his name is, Mr. Sniffy. Yeah. Mr. Sniffy. Please join us next time for our discussion of another superhero movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Thwip, thwip,
thwip, thwip. Oh, thwip. Fucking hyped for that one, dude. I've been watching all the Spider-Man movies again, so super hyped.
Yes, very, very excited for that one. So tune in next time.
That's right. We'll see y'all again. You've been great, and we've been Deep Cuts. Good night.
All right, bye.
Yeah, bye.